One of the main pieces of work that I offer to organisations is shadow consulting. And what shadow consulting is, it's where I work with a CEO or a director or a lead in an OD project or a HR project. And in the background, I support them in developing their strategy and way forward and in bringing the right practices and interventions into their practice. But the reason people bring in somebody to do shadow consulting is that you may have a really strong member of your team, or you may have somebody who wants to develop something but needs the support to do it so that it's impactful, has the outcome that's needed, and is sustainable. And while we ask different roles within the business to have different capacities and skills, sometimes that external, unbiased view can really help support somebody in moving a change project forward or creating people practices that are fit for purpose and that have the desired outcomes. Shadow consulting allows the professional to take responsibility because they're also developing their skill set and then practicing it within the organisation, and it keeps the confidentiality of the organisation in place, so nobody has to know that there's somebody involved with your organisation supporting you or a member of your team to develop a particular piece of work. I have found it is really beneficial for organisations that have great people in the organisation, but not necessarily the exact skills needed for the new change project or the new steps forward. When I work with somebody, there's a couple of things that we keep in place. It's collaborative, so I become a silent or an invisible partner on their team, not so silent. It is confidential, so I don't discuss the organisation, the individual I'm working with, or the project that we're working in. So it allows you to have the competitive edge in your industry by that not being exposed to your industry competitors. And then lastly, what I do is I help upskill the individual in professional practices and interventions that would be most relevant for their culture, the organisation, and the needs of the organisation. And I do that by simply meeting with them on a weekly or bi-weekly basis for an agreed period of time to help them develop processes and strategies to meet the objectives of the organisation. If you'd like to discuss how shadow consulting might help you or someone in your organisation, you can email info@sheilawalsh.com and we can have a Zoom call to discuss your needs.